What's happening, y'all? It's your man, Mr. J. Washington, your resident supervillain. I am here with my personal and official Pacific Rim Uprising review, okay? I got the honor and the chance to see it last night thanks to Real D 3D and Stardust. Thank you to both of them. So I got to see it. My buddy, my trusty sidekick co-host, your resident superhero Bobby Hill, we brought him with me, and we saw the film. So let's do this. First and foremost, as I put on my Twitter, if you are a fan of big-ass robots fighting big-ass monsters, you will love this film. If you are a fan of John Boyega, you will love this film. John Boyega legitimately kills it doing what he has to. He completely separates himself from being Finn in this movie, which is dope, which I was hoping he would do, and I'm glad that he had done. Scott Eastwood is Scott Eastwood. What more can you say about that? Here's a couple of issues I have with the film. The writing. The writing is kind of like, it's cringeworthy a lot of times. The story, before I go further, there's going to be possibly a few spoilers, so you might want to take warning. I'm just letting you know. If it happens, it happens. I'm sorry. But the writing becomes cringeworthy at some points. You're like, oh my God, did they say that? Did they do this? Why is this happening? This becomes a story about cadets more than anything else. Now, if you remember the first Pacific Rim film, one of the biggest things and the main plot points were about pilots, Jaeger pilots being drift compatible, right? If you weren't drift compatible, you couldn't pilot the Jaeger together no matter what. In this film, that seems to go all away. Like, we forget that's an essential part of being a Jaeger pilot. You have to be in sync with your co-pilot. That is something that completely goes away. The fights are dope. The CGI is so dope in the film. I know you're going to be like, Jay, you're up and down with this. How do you feel? I'm twisted because the action, again, I'm a diehard fan of giant robots and giant monsters. I've been a fan of the Kaijuverse for years. You know what I'm saying? There's never going to be a secret about that. I've been a fan of giant robots, whether it be Transformers, the GoBots, Robotech, Gundam, Battle of the Planets, any of those. I've always been fans. But this actually does some of that, you know, saying it brings to life. The way the visual effects and the CGI are done to show the robots fighting is amazing. It is incredible. I wish somebody would show this to Michael Bay. And I understand I have to change that statement because if they show it to him, that means he keeps making more Transformers movies, and most of us don't want that, especially after the last night. Oh dear Lord Jesus, can I get my soul back for those 2.5 hours I spent wasted? But nonetheless, the writing becomes cringeworthy. The dialogue is bad at times. There's a lot of times John Boyega, he uses his natural sense of humor to put jokes in some places where jokes don't belong. They just don't. Charlie Day's character, I don't want to spoil that. There's a twist to it that you're like, what? Are you serious? And the way it's revealed, you're like, nah, fam. And then there's another twist. You're like, come on, would y'all make up your mind what you're trying to do? The film itself tries to overcompensate for its bad writing and, in a sense, bad storytelling by using hellified dope CGI and graphics. It's visual effects, CGI and graphics, excuse me. I can't honestly say, yo, this is a great-ass movie you have to see. I'll say see it for yourself. If I have to give it a rating from 1 to 5 stars, I personally give it a 3. And I can't go any higher than a 3. Again, I understand them throughout all of this. I've said things that you're like, wait, should I see it? Shouldn't I? You're going to have to make that opinion fully for yourself. I know a lot of you all respect my opinion, and I appreciate that. But again, for me, the writing is cringeworthy. It is bad. The storytelling is off. It does not have continuity with the next one. This one said, basically, there was a film in between that we didn't know about that answered questions that we didn't get asked, I guess. No. But the biggest thing, like I said, the drift, the Jaegers are dope. There's even a scene, look, here's a quick spoiler. There's a scene where the Jaegers get messed up and they fix them real fucking fast. And then when they fix them, it's like an 80s montage video. And you're like, what? How? Explain this to me. All this just happened beforehand, but you're doing this now. It makes zero sense. But, again, 3 out of 5 stars. Look, I got the pleasure, along with other members of Collider, to interview the director and writer Stephen DeKnight. If I'd have seen this beforehand, I would have had these questions to ask beforehand. I guarantee you I would have. But I didn't get a chance to. And I'm not trying to shit on the movie, for lack of better words. I just want you all to know, the action film, yes, you're going to get dope action. You're going to get the Jaegers fighting, and it looks like they did damn near mocap for the Jaegers fighting to have people to make the fluidity look like it should. But then the story happens, and you're like, wait, what? What? Huh? No. And then you'll see the dialogue, and you'll even see certain parts of the story happen. You're like, this makes no sense. This should not happen. This should not happen at all. So that's my thoughts. If you've seen the movie, go down below. Let me know. A lot of people were at the world premiere. A lot of people have seen it in different screenings that were available around the country. Let me know down below. If you haven't seen it yet, let me know your anticipation and your thoughts. And then if you see it after you watch, if you watch this, then you see the film, still let me know below. Like, subscribe. Make sure you let people know. I'm doing these now more often for you guys because a lot of people have been asking me for them. So I'm going to give them to you guys. Make sure you find me on Twitter and Instagram at Mr. J Washington. MrJaywashington. Check out the Trusty Sidekick podcast with myself and Bobby Hill. Get everything you need to know in the Marvel and DC live action cinematic universes. We keep you up to date with everything we got and then some, alright? So I will holler at you guys next time. Take care. I'm out of here. Peace.